We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work.
Vinny Pat. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
So they stare into each other. And we're underway in round one. Nice punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do you believe what we're seeing? There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Crawford is dazed. That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone out. There's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just avoids the left uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. Oh no, Paz is in some serious trouble here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Paz in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do you tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is Vinny Paz, and Vinny Paz just got knocked down. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow-mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The perfect counter lands. That hook doesn't score. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. this round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Counter punch caught him clean. How about that time counter shot? Well done with that counter shot. The only fear you have with this lightweight, hold that thought! Uh-oh, and Benny Paz goes to the canvas. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Oh, that punch. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? That one lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punch. Game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. In that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
misses. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Holding nothing back here in the round. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so...
Whoa, Johnny! Vinny Paz just got rocked. Disaster averted. So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
These two fighters are made for one another. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. In that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. In the hook, but it doesn't score. The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
The referee takes a look, and he says, let's get it on. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A perfect counter shot. Talking about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
And there's the bell for round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. The courage on display here is incredible. Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. ready for that counter punch. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. The spike pulled it right there. Oh no, Paz is in some serious trouble here. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot guess that.
And we enter the 8th round. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Catch and shoot. Crawford in trouble. And down goes Crawford. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe-for-toe or do they play defense here?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight had carried on? These guys are going to have to do it all over again.